Hey mga kababayan, narinig nyo na ba ang latest chismis sa Malacanang? O hindi chismis ito ha? Bomba! Vice President Sara Duterte diretsong sinabi si Bongbong Marcos insecure sa mga Duterte kaya ipinahuli si Tatay Digong. Boom! Ano ba ang totoong dahilan ng political drama na ito? Is it a power, fear, or just another episode of Game of Thrones Philippine Edition? Kumusta kayo mga kababayan sa US, Canada, Dubai, Japan at sa lahat ng OFWs na ngayon pa lang nagkakape o naghahanda na magtrabaho? Welcome sa ating ilang mga minutong deep dive into this explosive political saga. Ako si #WalkWithLan at ngayon aalamin natin ang katotohanan behind this controversy. So grab your popcorn dahil this is gonna be juicy. Today, we are dissecting VP Sara Duterte's bombshell statement na si Pangulong Marcos daw ang mastermind sa pagkahuli kay former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Bakit? Pero teka, bakit nga ba? Is this a personal vendetta, political strategy, or is Marcos just takot kay Digong? We will break it down with facts, satire, and a sprinkle of humor para di kayo mabore. We will also look at both sides, pro-Duterte at pro-Marcos, para fair and square. Pero warning, this is a hard-hitting, no sugar-coating episode. Ang episode na ito, mga kaibigan, ay para sa inyo, mga kababayan sa Quezon City, Davao, Dubai at Los Angeles na gustong malaman ang totoong laban sa politika. Kaya i-hit nyo na ang like button, subscribe at i-ring ang bell icon para di kayo mawala sa susunod na chika. If you are feeling generous naman, send us a super thanks please. Kapihan nyo kami, mga bro. Okay. Nako, isang araw sa Davao ha. Si VP Sara habang nagbibigay ng speech sa isang rally, biglang bumitaw ng linya na parang ewan, no? PBBM is insecure sa mga Duterte, kaya ipinahuli si FPRRD. Ang crowd syempre naging wild, no? Pero teka, bakit nga ba sinabi ito ni Sara? According to post on X, no? VP Sara claimed na si Marcos daw ang nag-orchestrate ng pag-aresto kay Digong dahil sa ICC case. Pero wait, isn't Digong still in Davao, chilling with his lawyers? So, ano ang totoo? Yan. Let's break it down. Si Sara, known for her rhetoric, no, drop this to rally her base. Pero is it true? On one hand, pro-Duterte, no? Supporters believe Marcos is takot kay Digong dahil sa massive popularity nito. Sa X, no, may post na nagsasabing Marcos wants to kneecap Sara's 2028 presidential bid by targeting her dad. On the other hand, pro-Marcos camps argue that this is just Sara's deflection tactic to protect Digong from ICC scrutiny. Sino ang paniniwalaan natin? Mga kababayan, no, sa Riyadh, Sydney at Toronto, ano sa tingin ninyo? Is Sara telling the truth or is this political chatter? Drop your thoughts sa comment section at i-share ito sa mga kaibigan nyo sa Hong Kong at Singapore. Don't forget to like and subscribe para sa mas maraming ganitong content. Kung gusto niyo suportahan kami, super thanks ang sagot dyan. Hey, let's rewind ha. Si Rodrigo Roa Duterte, aka Tatay Digong, ang rockstar ng Philippine politics. From Davao Mayor to President. He's the guy na nagdala ng war on drugs at build, no? Sa mata ng supporters niya. He's a hero, diretso, walang arte at laging pro-masa. Pero sa critics, he's a dictator, wannabe, with a controversial human rights record. So bakit parang hindi nawawala ang Duterte magic? Digong's approval rating as president was consistently above 70%, even during controversies. His tough guy image resonates with Filipinos tired of trapos, no? Pero the ICC case looms large. Alleged extrajudicial killings during his drug war put him in hot water. Is Marcos using the ICC to weaken the Dutertes, or is Digong's arrest just international justice catching up? Pro-Duterte folks argue na Marcos is weaponizing the ICC to kill Sara's 2028 chances. Pro-Marcos peeps saying it's about accountability. Ano sa tingin ninyo? Imagine, si Digong sa ICC courtroom, sabi niya, hindi ako takot. Pero bakit ang lamig ng aircon dito? Tapos si Marcos sa Malacanang, checking X every 5 minutes. Takot ma-outshine ng Duterte charisma. Kaya nga ba, si Sara, ang bagong action star ng politika? Let's find out sa next section. Si Bongbong Marcos, the comeback kid, after decades of rebuilding the Marcos brand, nakaupo na siya sa Malacanang. Pero bakit parang laging may drama? From Sara's kill plot accusations to Digong's alleged arrest, Marcos is painted as the kontrabida. Pero teka, is he really insecure or is he just securing his legacy? Let's look at Marcos' side. His admin is pushing for economic reforms, foreign investments, and a stronger stance versus China. Pero the Duterte shadow looms large. Sara's popularity and Digong's loyalists threaten Marcos' control over the 2028 elections. No? Post on X suggests Marcos has a 353 million US dollars court judgment hanging over him. Kaya he's kneecapping Sara to avoid her shopping him to US courts if she becomes president. Pero is this fair? Sara's camp says Marcos is paranoid, using state power to silence critics. Marcos sa Malacanang nakaupo sa throne, pero every time may Duterte news, natatakot siya na ma-ICC rin siya. Tapos si Sara sa Davao, nagpo-post sa X na memes na PBBM, paranoid, Bongbong Marcos. Kaya ba niya ipinahuli si Digong o puro drama lang ito? Hey, this drama isn't just chismis. It affects our economy. Investors hate political instability. If Digong's arrest is true, expect stock market jitters. Marcos Bagong Pilipinas hinges on stability. Pero kung laging may Duterte-Marcos clash, paano tayo ma-attract ng foreign funds? The ICC is the elephant in the room. Digong's drug war is under investigation. And Sara claims Marcos is complicit in foreign interference. No? Pero Marcos supporters argue is just respecting international law. The Philippines withdrew from the ICC in 2019. So why is this still an issue? Okay, this is a real battleground. Sara's eyeing the presidency, but Marcos' allies are pushing their own bets. If Digong is sidelined, Sara's campaign takes a hit. Pero if Sara plays the victim card right, she could rally more voters. Ano ang endgame? Okay, how does the world see this? In the US, Canada, and UK, media outlets frame it as a democracy versus dynasty clash. Pero sa Middle East, where OFWs are, many see Digong as a strongman hero. Sa Japan at Singapore, it's just another day in Philippine politics. The global lens matters dahil our OFWs are watching and sending remittances home. Let's lighten up. Imagine a sitcom, Duterte versus Marcos. Ang laban ng mga apelyido. Si Sara nagbibigay ng press con with a Duterte swagger. Si Marcos nagtatago sa likod ng TikTok dances. Sino ang mananalo? Drop your sitcom ideas sa comment section. So anong laban Si VP Sara sinabing si Marcos ay insecure at takot sa Duterte legacy. Kaya ipinahuli si Digong. Pero the evidence, mixed. Marcos might be consolidating power or he's just cleaning up. The Dutertes, they're fighting for their dynasty. Pero sa huli, sino ang talo? Kami, tayo. Kung hindi natin iintindihin ang policies behind the drama. Mga kababayan, politics is messy. Pero it's our job to stay woke. Whether you're Team Duterte or Team Marcos, let's focus on Team Pilipinas. Kaya i-like, i-share, at i-comment below kung ano ang tingin. Ano sa tingin ninyo ang susunod na political bomba? Okay. Salamat sa mga nanonood mula sa Dubai, Toronto, Davao at lahat ng OFWs. Hit that subscribe button, i-ring ang bell at i-share sa mga kababayan sa Hong Kong, Sydney at LA. Kung gusto nyong magkape kami, send please, super thanks. Stay bold, stay curious at see you sa next video. Maligayang pananaw!